Live from downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma's own News 9 starts now.
Right now at 5, a Metro crime spree ends when the suspect is shot by police. What led up to that shooting?
Plus, when AAA says is the best time to hit the road if you're driving to your holiday destination.
But no matter how you plan on getting there, Jed has your holiday travel forecast. That's straight ahead. But first at 5, crashes involving Metro law enforcement have been on the rise in recent months. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sylvia Corkio.
And I'm Matt McCabe. Carl and Amanda are off. Just yesterday, a driver hit an OHP trooper while he sat in his patrol unit on I-40. The trooper was injured but has since been released from the hospital. News 9's Jennifer Pierce has details on why they say the roads are danger zones for law enforcement.
Holiday traffic, construction, speeding, inattentive drivers, and driving under the influence, all factors that make the roads hazardous and sometimes deadly for law enforcement.
This is a dangerous job that we do. I mean, we're on the side of the road quite often.
An OHP trooper had a close call on I-40 near Choctaw Road Monday. He was sitting in his patrol unit with the lights on, blocking a lane for a wrecker to remove a semi-truck.
The trooper was providing traffic control when he was struck in the rear by a F-250 truck.
The trooper was injured but survived the crash. OHP says the elderly driver who hit him died at the hospital. Sometimes it's OHP responding to a crash involving another agency. OHP is investigating a 3-car crash that left Norman Police Sergeant Justin Hackbarth critically injured nearly 2 weeks ago. Hackbarth was hit on Highway 9 while he was outside his patrol car.
Traffic is one of the biggest dangers to law enforcement in the country, across the country. So it is hard to see one of your fellow officers get injured like this.
A motorcycle officer with the Village Police Department was released from the hospital Monday after a crash last month that left him critically injured. And then in August, an El Reno officer was killed when a driver ran over him. Sergeant Thomas Duran was standing outside his patrol car talking to a citizen.
It makes you realize how dangerous this job is and how quickly life can change for you.
Troopers urge drivers to slow down and move over when they see law enforcement on the shoulder with their lights on. Jennifer Pierce, Oklahoma's own News 9.
All right, Jen, thanks. And OHP says the drivers involved in the crash that injured the Norman police officer were cooperative at the scene and no arrests were made. The case remains under investigation.
From the Bob Mills Weather Center, Oklahoma weather expert Jed Castles.
Well, what a beautiful Tuesday it's been. Record-setting Tuesday, as a matter of fact. We're looking live right now here at the 5 o'clock hour. Sun's beginning to set on the western horizon. That's a live view looking through downtown Oklahoma City toward the Devon. There is the downtown area from the Sundance Bridge. Got the park there, looking on into southern parts of Oklahoma City. It is beautiful right now. Temperatures look great. We have now dropped to 74. That's still above the previous record high, which was 73 for this date. 74 is our current temp, but we were even warmer today. Temperatures started in the 50s earlier this morning, made our way all the way to 76. The official high was 77 here in Oklahoma City, setting up a new record for this date. And we're not done yet. There's more record highs setting up down the roads. We're talking some warm temperatures and a warm pattern taking us through the Christmas holiday. Right now, temperatures looking at the highs today, 70s across the central parts of the state. Enid, you are 71 today, 76 to 77 here in Oklahoma City, 80 degrees. How about that? 80 degrees in Norman, just south of Norman and Purcell, and Pauls Valley, 80 as well. Go all the way down to Altus, the way I'll put it here is 5 degrees less than 90. Yeah, that's really hot conditions for this time of the year. Let's check out that Metro planner. If you got plans here this evening, looks good. We're talking some 70s, dropping the 60s, fair skies, and south breezes do continue. You'll like your Tuesday evening weather. We'll check out Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, your holiday forecast. It's coming up.
He's out, he's running, he's about to carjack somebody else. He's going eastbound on 240. He's trying to carjack people, guys.
We're getting a first look at the moments before a suspect in a deadly crime spree in the Metro was hit by 2 cars, then shot by police. Police say Deontay Hawthorne first shot 2 people and more, killing one November 22nd. Hawthorne then stole a car, drove to northwest OKC where he carjacked a couple near 10th and May. Police say a second victim was shot and killed near Northeast 23rd and MLK. Officers eventually caught up with Hawthorne. He led them on a pursuit that ended near I-240 in Eastern. Police say he attempted to carjack multiple drivers on the highway before he was shot. That officer is now on routine paid leave.
A crash in Grady County leads to the arrest of 4 men, all accused of stealing from a marijuana grow. Deputies say employees at the grow foiled their plans and chased after these 4 men. At one point, the 2 cars crashed. The 4 men ran away. Deputies tracked them down at a gas station. They were booked on burglary complaints. New data from the Department of Corrections shows Oklahoma's prison population increased for the 3rd straight year. Reports show as of yesterday, there were nearly 23,500 inmates under DOC's jurisdiction. Now that's an increase of about 400 inmates from last December. Last session, Oklahoma lawmakers did pass several laws last session, adding prison time for certain crimes.
Leaving your home for the holidays could leave your home vulnerable. To protect yourself, law enforcement says before leaving, double check all your doors and windows are locked. Also, use lights on timers so the home does not look empty, and don't post travel plans online. And if you are hitting the road, you might want to wait until after 7 tonight.
AAA says from now until 7 is the worst time to travel. They also say the best time to drive anywhere will be before 10 in the morning. 10 million Americans, including more than 1 million Oklahomans, are expected to hit the roads to their holiday destinations this year. Right now, the average price for gas is $2.29 a gallon in Oklahoma. And right now, Oklahoma is using more than 4,400 emergency certified teachers to fill the gaps in our classrooms, but there's a push to find long-term solutions. Tonight at 10, we're looking at how the state's 2 biggest districts are trying to recruit and support the best teachers they can find.
Still ahead at 5, the Thunder pick up win number 26 last night and are back on the court tonight. Steve joins us live from San Antonio with a look at tonight's game.
Plus, the choice to drink and drive over the holidays is now more likely to lead to jail time. What's now considered felony DUI after the break.
Tonight at 6, an Oklahoma nonprofit is sharing advice on how to be aware of kids' emotions this holiday season.
An Oklahoma man convicted of raping a nun is sentenced to life in prison by a federal judge today. Investigators say Elga Harper beat and raped the 72-year-old woman in her home back in 2022. He was originally convicted in 2023, however, won an appeal but was convicted in a second trial in August. Oklahoma City police arrest this man accused of attacking a homeless man. Reports show Zachariah Beller got into an argument with the victim near Southwest 15th and Meridian Sunday night. Police say Beller then pulled out a machete and began swinging at the victim several times but did not injure him. Beller was arrested for assault.
A reminder from law enforcement across the state, first-time DUIs can now be a felony. That's because of a new law that went into effect November 1st. It changed what is considered aggravated DUI.
If you're driving with a .08, common misdemeanor DUI, but you are also involved in any collision, this will be enhanced to an aggravated DUI charge that makes it a felony.
Driving the wrong way, speeding, and driving with a child in the car while under the influence are all now felonies. Law enforcement says felony DUI is more likely to lead to jail time.
All right, we are taking a live look from our Lucky Star Skycam network. Pull out those shorts. We are expecting record heat for Christmas. But it's not sticking around. Jets tracking when we'll need to trade them out for a winter coat. That's straight ahead.
Plus, warm-ups underway in San Antonio ahead of the Thunder's second game in 2 nights. Steve joins us live with a preview after the break. The Thunder is staying busy during this holiday week. They were winners last night at home.
Now they're down in San Antonio for another game with the Spurs. Steve McGee joins us live from San Antonio. Now, Steve, another tough back-to-back for the Thunder.
Yeah, San Antonio did not play last night while the Thunder did against Memphis. More on this Spurs matchup in just a moment, but last night was not an easy one for the Oklahoma City Thunder. OKC was shorthanded, Memphis was shorthanded, but OKC had some great plays, especially in the second half. Jalen Williams dubbed right down the lane for the jam over the defense, and the bench, they loved it, very impressed. And then later in the second half, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander inside, off the backboard, kicks it out to Brandon Carlson, and Carlson right there for the three, an unexpected three-point play for the Thunder. Kendrick Williams, Lou Dort, impressed with what they saw last night.
Both 10s, I can't. Two great plays made by some great players, and that's what those guys do.
Actually, no, that was the first time I seen him do that. I was actually shocked. I didn't expect that. I was in my head. I wonder what was going to be next because I knew he wasn't going to go and dunk it. But it was a great pass, and BC made a big shot.
If you see me ducking, there is a bat right now inside the arena. I haven't seen the no for about 10 minutes, so hopefully it has flown away and gone somewhere else. But Oklahoma City gets some guys back tonight. Caruso is going to be playing along with Hartenstein and Holmgren. They were out last night. Victor Wembanyama, the great player for the Spurs, the tall guy, still listed as questionable. I'll be surprised if he doesn't play tonight. It's a good omen. I was able to take a shot a little while ago on that court down there, the basket. I made it, so that's a good sign that Thunder will win tonight. Back to you guys.
That's a better omen than a bat flying around.
That's true.
Absolutely. Steve's going to bring them all the luck they need.
Yeah. Well, guys, we're talking records. We set our first record today. We're talking record high temperatures on the way. So that's going to be our story as we go down the road. Sun is setting to what's been a beautiful, beautiful Tuesday. Check out those sunset shots now, part of our Lucky Star Skycam network, and they look fantastic. Beautiful views here to get you going here for this evening. Let's check out the conditions here and talk about the temperatures that we've broken. 77 today. That was our high. That is the first record broken over the next several days. Record high today was 72, set back in 1982. So that one is over with. We can write that off the books now. Again, record high today was a record. That 77 high was a record today. Christmas Eve, that'll be a little tougher to do. We're talking 77 again coming up for tomorrow, but our record tomorrow is 86. That was set back in 1955. So don't think we'll have a record there, but still, from where we're at today to where we're at tomorrow, not much change. It's going to be way up there. And then Christmas Day, 78. With that, expecting the record high to be 73 for that date, set back in 2016. Warmest ever it's ever been on Christmas Day back in 2016. We're going to break that, expect to break that. 78, our forecast for Christmas Day. Temperatures today, look at the temperatures across Oklahoma. 71 Enid, ceiling, you made it to 72. Go further down to central Oklahoma and then start to get down to southern Oklahoma. 80 in Purcell and 80 in Pauls Valley. Seminole, Holdenville, and Shawnee. Chandler, you weren't far behind, 78 here today. So it was a warm day across Oklahoma, at least for the majority of us. Some 80s, as you see, down across southern Oklahoma. Altus made it to 85, and they're up in northern parts of the state. A little bit cooler, but still very pleasant, mid to upper 60s from Alva, Cherokee to Medford. Sun is setting to 74. Warm out there with south winds now 10 to 15 miles per hour. And as we check out those temperatures, it is turning a bit cooler with that sun setting. Some 60s now across parts of central, north, and west parts of Oklahoma. Alva's all the way down to 58. So there is some cooler air kind of building back in. With that, some light winds. A little weak cool front has kind of moved in across Oklahoma. And we're noticing that really that's not going to have big impact on our weather coming up. Temperature-wise, talking some teens up in the northern plains, 20s up there. That's our source of colder air coming toward this coming weekend, but it's going to take a while to get here. A lot more warmth on that 9-day between now and about Friday, so warm days are on the way coming up. If anybody's doing any traveling to other parts of the country, really most spots all in the green. Those are all the airport conditions. No major or no really significant delays going on. Sometimes an airline can have its own individual delay, but as you look over in the far western part of the country, at SFO, that is San Francisco, problems there, and also down in Miami, Florida, some issues down that way. I'm not exactly sure, probably a connection, not sure, but a few airports are having some problems. The one out west is because of a storm system bringing some rain and some snow and wind to the west, and that will allow for more travel impacts coming up into your Christmas Eve. Overnight tonight for us, we're talking some fog rebuilding again, some dense fog kicking in across parts of northern, maybe central Oklahoma, back down to about Kingfisher, to Watauga, the north of there. Oklahoma City may have a little patchy fog tomorrow morning as well. 40s, 50s, 60s for lows tonight, still very pleasant. Checking your forecast for Christmas Eve. Winds picking up southwest, 15 to 25 in the state. So it'll be windy, but it'll be warm. Temperatures back in the 70s. A few spots may get close to 80 once again. And as we head toward tomorrow night, that's Christmas morning. Record warm low is 49. So if we're above that, we're setting a record. We're forecasting 58. Nowhere even near that. So it's going to really be warm coming up tomorrow morning. Make that Christmas Day morning 58, few spots near 60. And then here comes the warmth kicking in, 70s, some 80s kicking in. If a few spots hit 80 again on Christmas Day, it's not out of the question. We'll keep it going on into Friday with 70s and some 80s on the way. Then we'll track a cold front. The cold front will nose in late Saturday, and that should bring a change to this pattern and drop us back off to more of a reality check. 40s Sunday, 30s to near 40 on Monday, and then looking down the road toward New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, cool but seasonable, 50s and some 60s. Guys, back to you.
Still ahead, unwinding, connecting, and giving back. See how Oklahoma City police officers are stitching away stress after the break.
All right, Oklahoma City police officers are finding new ways to take care of their mental health.
From walking groups to social activities, the department is helping officers manage stress. Mike Glover shows us one of the unique ways in tonight's Something Good.
Law enforcement, it is literally one of the most stressful jobs anywhere. But the Oklahoma City Police Department has come up with a creative way to stitch away the stress.
And I did bring more yarn for you all, so if anyone needs yarn, there's more yarn out there.
This really was out of this idea about trying to create wellness opportunities that were different and unique.
Stitching, it's a proven stress reliever.
There's actually lots of research about why knitting is effective as a de-stressor and a anxiety reducer.
So Kanan sent the idea to her lieutenant, who was on board but wasn't completely sold on the program. But then
I sent out an email that says, if you're interested, please let me know, limited supplies. But within 2 hours, I had over 20 people say that they were interested.
And with that, supplies were purchased and the Stitch Squad was created.
We have dispatch, we have crime scene investigators, we have property crime specialists, we have professional staff who work within this building doing all kinds of supportive things.
And while the stitching relieves the stress, it is the connection that provides the healing.
It gets people talking. Sometimes those conversations can get deep, and sometimes it's just, how are you? And is everything going good?
Okay, now you'll do one more loop here.
They meet every other week for about an hour, stitching their cares away, all while providing hats and scarves for kids at the Oklahoma Children's Hospital.
The idea that we get to bring maybe joy and color to someone or someones who are going through something unfortunate, I think it brings a lot of peace and comfort to my team.
Man, those little things are what make huge differences in people's lives.
Relieving stress and helping kids. That is Something Good. I'm Mike Glover for Oklahoma's Own.
We're always looking for the good in our community.
Send us your story ideas to somethinggood@griffin.news. Some elementary school kids spread a little holiday cheer to Oklahoma prisoners. Kids in Alva decorated nearly 400 Christmas coloring pages and wrote personal notes to the prisoners, then delivered them to the prison.
The kids have done it for the past several years, and it's gotten bigger every single time.
I'm sure that certainly cheers them up,
Yes.
getting those personal coloring pages, especially this time of year.
Definitely.
We're seeing all of the Christmas decorations. It's just hard to believe that we're this close to Christmas, but it's still pretty warm out there.
It is really. If you're trying to get the Christmas lights up, there may be a few that are still trying to get their decorations up, right?
Yeah.
Last minute guys, a few of us are like that, but we're talking warm temperatures to get that done. Warm 70s on the way, record-setting temperatures on the way for Christmas Day with a high of 78.
All right. Thanks for joining us tonight at 5:30.